Jake used to run the underworld. Everybody steered clear of him, but his little sister Lily saw him as the greatest brother alive. She always said she loved him most, so Jake decided to walk away from it all for her. He shut down the crew. From today, we go our separate ways, he told them. Then he went solo to make an honest living, until one day out of nowhere, he got the call about Lily. When he rushed to the hospital, she was already in the morgue, her body covered in stab wounds, and her remains pulled from a dumpster. Staring at her cold still face, Jake punched the wall so hard his knuckles split, then stormed out of the hospital. His parents called after him from behind. He didn't even look back, his eyes bloodshot. Right then, he wasn't himself anymore. All that was left was vengeance. He was gonna make those four pay for what they did to his sister. Jake went to Sarah's place, Lily's best friend. He shot her a text from downstairs and she came running out in a jacket. Sarah already knew about Lily, she said quietly. She took a deep breath, like she could read what was brewing in Jake's eyes. Haven't been to school since it happened. Mom called in sick for me. This has nothing to do with me, she stammered. I know. Jake cut her off. The four who hurt Lily. Write their names down. It's already done, Sarah pleaded. Nobody wanted this. Don't do something crazy. I said write the names. Jake's voice went flat. Sarah flinched hard. Panic flickered across her face. She scribbled the names and handed him the paper. Jake barely glanced at it, but he already memorized every last one of those animals. Mike, Lisa, Tom, Jessica. In his head, Jake saw that night what they did to Lily. He forced himself to breathe. You know what happened, he asked. They'd been messing with Lily for months, Sarah confessed. Took her lunch money all the time. She went hungry a lot, and she heard they made Lily come to their place, cook for them, clean their house. Mike even said she was his. Jake's hand crushed the cigarette pack he was holding. The cardboard buckled instantly. He swallowed the rage and nodded for her to go on. A few days ago Lily didn't have any cash on her, Sarah continued. They pinned her to the ground, right there on the floor, made her strip and bark like a dog on her knees. Half the class watched. Everybody saw her. That did it. Jake could barely hold back the fury. At home, he never even raised a finger at Lily, and at school they humiliated her like that. He locked eyes with Sarah, his voice ice cold. Why didn't you tell a teacher? Wasn't Lily your best friend? You just stood there and watched. Sarah let out a shaky breath, defeat all over her face. I was scared of them too. Didn't dare to cross them. If I ratted them out, what happened to Lily would happen to me. She was my best friend, but I couldn't help her. I'm torn up about it too. Jake let out a cold smirk, then yanked her by the hair and slapped her hard. Sarah hit the ground, face ghost white. Right then she realized Jake was scarier than the four of them combined. He pulled out his phone, crouched down and held it up to her face. Sarah glanced at it. On the screen was a message from Lily. Never sent. You haven't talked to me lately. I know you're scared of them. I don't blame you. There's a gift for you in my drawer. We'll always be friends. Even at the end, Lily still thought Sarah was her ride or die. But Sarah couldn't even find the nerve to tell a teacher. Reading those words, Sarah finally broke. She sat on the ground and sobbed. Jake watched her cry for a second, then turned and walked away. Back home, there was a stranger in the living room. This is Lily's school counselor, Mr. Davis, John said. Go to your room, son. Jake ignored him, sat right down on the couch. The school knows about Lily, the counselor said. They're ruling it an accident. She was stabbed multiple times, Jake shot back. And you call that an accident? Are the people running that school blind? Watch your mouth, the counselor snapped. I didn't make the call. You got a problem, take it up with the administration. John signaled Jake to cool it. Hear the man out. Jake bit his tongue. Here's the settlement from the other families. The counselor slid a paper across the table. Take a look. Sign if it works for you. My advice, don't blow this up. Nobody wins. Those families have connections. They think this is more than fair. Take the money and move on. 20 grand. Jake's voice went dangerously low. That's what my sister's life is worth. I know you're hurting, the counselor said, but it is what it is. What else can you do? John, you're a reasonable man. He turned to the father. You know who you're up against. This is the best I could get you. Maximum compensation. Come to the mediation room later. You offer the settlement yourselves. Better for everyone. She's already dead, Jake said. Let them mediate in hell. You want to fight? The counselor shoved him. You little punk. He threw a punch at Jake's chest. Jake's eyes went feral. He'd been waiting for that. Mutual combat. Now it wasn't just a slap anymore. You're finished, he muttered. You think you can touch me? He kicked the counselor in the head twice more. Still not enough. John and Mary rushed over, pulled him off. His parents held him back. And finally Jake's head cleared a little. Jake, that was way too far. Mary's voice shook. Look what you did to him. Maybe you should lay low for a while, John said. Jake lit a cigarette and sat back down. Tore off some paper towels to wipe his hands. His face blank cold, like nothing happened. Drag him to the front gate, he said flatly. Call an ambulance. And stay out of sight, or they'll make us foot the bill. What if he calls the cops? Mary whispered. He won, Jake said. Not a chance. It was mutual. If he pushes it, he'll lose his job. His parents exchanged a look, then nodded. They dragged the counselor to the curb. Dialed 911. Didn't leave until the ambulance showed. Next morning, Mary woke Jake up. Breakfast was on the table. The whole family sat down. Nobody touched the food. Mary hadn't slept. Her eyes were swollen. She was holding it together. Eat something, sweetheart, she said softly. What's done is done. We still have to live. Then, Lily's phone buzzed in Jake's pocket. He opened it. A group chat with 7 or 8 people. Someone had posted a video. The moment he tapped play, his heart stopped.